Friends, this session is going to be recorded, this demo session, so that you can go through that and what are the promises we have made, whatever the discussions we have made. This will help you to revisit also later. So, okay, quickly, I'll introduce myself and then I will also let you know what is the today's agenda and then what is the plan like we have in terms of demo session today. And then also I want to hear from you if you have any questions, any case guidance or any gaps anyone have, any non-IT background, any such questions, I'm happy to address. So let me start from this, quickly introduce myself. So myself, my name is Kiran, and coming to my expertise or experience, I have around 13 years of experience in IT industry, including SAP experience, around 15 years of experience in IT industry, and standalone in Workday technology, I have around 11 years of experience. So far, I have done around 5 end-to-end implementations, which includes requirement gathering, give walk through the demo sessions to the clients or stakeholders, gather the data, refine the data, build, test, migrate the configurations to different tenants, perform the end-to-end testing, and include in the change tickets if applicable, and then finally allow the users to do perform end-to-end UAT testing and deploy the changes post-production support. High level I'm explaining, but we'll discuss in detail like how the implementation project looks and works. Similarly, 7 plus project application management support called AMS in short form support project, which includes enhancements, release management, advisory, okay, and it's a kind of some mini type of projects where I have been supported. Currently, I'm working as a project manager for one of the reputed organization. Coming to my Workday expertise, I have experience in Workday Core HR, Payroll USA and Canada, and also absence management, benefits module, compensation, advanced compensation and core compensation, and talent and performance. And of course, integrations too. So this is about a simple intro about myself. So coming to the today's agenda, I will take you through the topics which we are going to be cover as part of our regular session. And also, what are the logistics we are going to provide as part of our training to support and timelines, and what are the logistics we are going to provide? Everything we will discuss. And apart from that, if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to help you out. So, this is what our plan for today. So, let me start with a question first. Okay. So, when you're here, so some of your family members or friends, or maybe yourself, you explore the market and maybe you want upskill in Workday technology and Workday Core HR or HCM or integrations, right? What is the current version of the Workday Fence? Bear with me for asking a question first. What is the current version of the Workday? Anyone, any idea? Okay, no problem. What is the current model of an Apple phone or iPhone in the market? Current model. Come on, majority of you guys are. I hope you are aware. What is the current model iPhone in the market, which released in the month of September? No one?
17.
17.
17,
17,
right?
17.
17. Thank you, sir.
Work,
Don't mind asking this question, friends. So I will some examples will help, right?
Workday 2025 P1, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Maybe.
That's absolutely correct. So similar to how iPhone every year they're releasing a new model with new iOS, new features they're bringing. You make it more easy to use, whatever. Similarly, Workday also every year they will release 2 updates.
Yeah.
Okay, one
March,
update,
right?
yeah, one update actually they'll release for testing in the month of Feb. Of course, they can move on to product in the March. Another update will be available in the month of September. So why asking this question is one of the expected interview questions. Okay, what is the current version of Workday we are using is Workday 2025 or 2. WD stands for Workday. Workday. 2025 stands for the year it is released. R2 stands for release 2. Release 2. So one update which is already released in the month of between Feb and March, which is called Workday 2025 R1. Can someone guess what is the upcoming update in Workday? What is the upcoming? So based on this, anyone would like to give it a try?
Uh,
Workday 2026
Hybrid
R1.
96 and it will be AI.
Yeah, most trending thing, right? Right, sir. Right? 2026 R1, which is going to be released probably in the between Feb or March. Feb it is available for testing, March it will available in the production. Right. So why we will discuss in detail like what is this release cycles, what is our role here, what we need to testing, how to do the impact assessment. Okay, we will discuss all those. All right. So let me take you to the course content and quickly we'll walk through the content and we'll see what are the topics we are going to be cover as part of our session. Feel free to stop me if you have any questions and don't hesitate. If you have any question, don't think it as simple or complex, whatever easy. Question is a question. I'm here to help you out. Okay? Right. So this course is designed for functional integration, friends. We will call it as techno-functional. You are learning functional module. You are also learning reporting. You are also going to be learn integrations. So I will take you at high level. What are the topics we are going to be covered in terms of reporting, core HR, and integrations? Yeah, right. Let's start from introduction to Workday and core HCM. The first we'll start from a overview of Workday. Okay, Workday overview. So here, who found Workday? When they found, who is the Workday first set of clients? Okay, what makes Workday unique among all other ERPs? And what is Workday? I'm going to cover everything under Workday. Then Workday architecture and how the cloud model of Workday and what are the release cycle. Just now we discussed, right? Release cycle, updates, manual updates. There are two types of updates Workday will release. Manual updates and another one is automatic updates. Okay, every year, automatic, manual. Automatic updates, or you can also call it as opt-in updates, professional word. Automatic update means without user intervention, means you no need to deploy anything, you no need to perform any patchwork here. Automatically on certain date, Workday release these features into the Workday production environment. Okay. Manual update means it's up to you. If you like those features are helpful to your client, to your business, or your to support your day-to-day HR practice, then you can opt these features. Okay. Manual updates. Right. So this one we'll discuss in detail in our regular session, how this release cycle we need to manage. Because this release cycle also a kind of mini projects nowadays. Okay. So complete 30 days to 40 days, we are going to work on this for two releases. Apart from that, I will also explain about implementation cycle of Workday, or you can also call it as Workday methodology, where the project starts. What is our role in the project as a consultant or engagement manager or individual contributor or a project manager? Okay, what is your roles and responsibilities? What templates we will use to do the data gathering, like process books and workbooks? How to manage and maintain the Workday environments or tenants, like Workday Production, Sandbox Preview, Implementation 1, IMPL2, Customer Central, Sandbox Preview. Which tenant is helpful or useful in which scenario? We will discuss all those. And how to run the project, how to make a successful project. What are the common issues as a consultant you can see during implementations? And post implementation, how the support project runs, what tools we will use, how support is different to the implementation. Okay, so we'll discuss in detail in our the 2 hour session, which is called Workday Deployment Methodology. Okay, end to end. What is your role? What is Workday role? What is the client engagement role? Okay, everything we'll discuss in that. Thereafter, we'll also talk about core HCM's basics. Like what is HCM? Core HR is part of HCM. When you say HCM, human capital management, it includes multiple modules like payroll, absence, talent, performance, learning, time tracking. Okay, multiple modules. For head of the module is core HR that we are going to learn. How these modules are interlinked. How this model workflow designs are available in Workday. So I will explain those as well. And apart from that, we'll also start from core concepts and navigational basics of the Workday user interface. UI stands for user interface. For example, once you logged into Workday, like, so Workday is a web-based application, friends. You know software, anything required, a URL, okay? To access Workday application, it's pretty simple and easy. You will receive a URL, a unique URL for each client, a username, and a password. That's it. Copy paste the URL in your browser, most preferably Microsoft Edge, and then hit enter. The Workday page will open. Enter your username, password, provided password, and username. You will logged into Workday. Once you logged into Workday, you can see a Workday landing page. Excuse me. Workday landing page. And in this landing page, you have certain features like worklets or applications, how to navigate in Workday, how to search for a task to configure, how to edit and modify an existing task, what are the shortcuts we have, what is inbox and my task, what is notifications, what is sitemap, okay, what is meant by drive or W drive, what is meant by reports, and what is Workday Assistant. So certain features, 20 plus features we have on the Workday landing page. So we all will go through each and every feature and we'll try to understand how this feature is helpful in our day-to-day HR learning and Workday learning. Okay, that falls into core concepts and navigational basics. Then also I will walk through a quick security. Security is a very important chapter in Workday. It controls who can view, who can modify, who can initiate the transaction. In a while, I'm going to talk in detail. So it basics to how the security functionality works, I will show you. Okay. And actually, the first chapter, we start from organizations in work difference. Here, organizations in Workday, the first chapter. In Workday, majorly, we have 12 organizations are available. Okay, majorly 12 organizations. First, we'll have overview. What is organizations in Workday? What are the types of organizations in Workday? Why these organizations are important? What data you need from the client in order to configure this organization? What is the audit report to ensure you have configured the organization accurately without any errors? So we will discuss as part of our overview. And as I said, 12 organizations we have. Okay, what are those? Supervisory organization, cost center, cost center hierarchy, region hierarchy, location hierarchy, matrix organization, pay group, customer organization, business unit, okay, company and company hierarchy. These many organizations we have in Workday, but it doesn't mean all the organization you need to create for your clients. It's completely based on the client requirements. You need to sit with them, understand how many countries they're operating the business, how many countries their employees are working. Okay. So based on that, you need to design how many organizations the client needs. Does it need 12 organizations or they need only 4 organizations? Accordingly, we need to configure. But being a consultant, being a HRIS system analyst, or a project manager, it is recommended to learn all these organizations. Okay. Then after, we'll talk about supervisor organization. Out of 12 friends, this is one of the important and key components. Why it is important? Crown of the organization. Why? Because of the 4 characteristics. Creating positions, hiring employees, assigning roles and responsibilities, copying unique business processes. These 4 components we will perform only in the supervisor organization. Out of the 12, organizations. You have to hire employee only in supervisory organization. You need to create position only in the supervisory organization. You need to define roles and responsibilities only in the supervised organization, and copying unique business processes also only in the supervised organization. Okay, that makes supervised organization is unique among all other organizations. So then after, we'll also talk about how to create a subordinate supervised organization, how to assign a superior supervised organization, how to divide a supervisory organization, how to inactivate a supervised organization if you think that organization not required in future. So not only creating supervised organizations, managing organization like create subordinate, divide organization, assign superior, and also decommission the supervised organization. So what questions you can ask your customer before you proceed to decommission? So that level we will discuss, okay, in our section. Then after the additional organization types and hierarchies, the remaining 11 organizations we will assign under supervisory for reporting purpose to default under the position. That will cover here. Okay. In one single line, I want to hire an employee. If I want to hire an employee, I need a position. If I need a position, I need an organization. Everything is in a sequential order. Okay. That will learn in our organizations in Workday. Then we'll move on to the next chapter called staffing models. We'll have again each chapter, we'll have an overview first. First, we'll have a staffing models overview, which includes what are the types of staffing models we have in Workday, position management and job management. What are the key differences between position management and job management? What are the limitations in position management and job management? What are the limitations in the staffing model? I'll give a simple example. If someone asks a question during your interviews, I have created a position. I want to change the staffing model position to job or job to position. Is it possible? Our answer is it is not possible. Why it is not possible? Because you already created positions. You already created jobs. So limitations also there. Okay. So that also we will explore as part of our overview and the staffing models. So how to change the staffing model, how many maximum staffing models we can edit and modify. So we will discuss all these details. I request kindly be unmute everyone. The session is under recording, please. Then after, we'll talk about hiring restrictions, create positions, job recs, everything. For example, you got a request. What is that? Create a position. So what is mean by hiring restriction? So there's a different terminology, hiring restriction, job restrictions, position restrictions, everything is same. Assume you got a request, create a position. This is the only one word you got from your client. When you say create position, they may not aware what data they need, but we need to help them. We need to educate them. We need to demonstrate them what data we need to create position. Like, why do you need a position? A reason. What is the position effective date? When you are planning to hire an employee into this position, position availability date, position earliest to hire date. What is the location of this position? Where this position is going to be work? What is the time type of this position? Is it a full-time or part-time? Are you creating this position for employee or contractor? Are you creating this position is for regular or casual? Is this position is very difficult to fill? All these attributes, we will call it as hiring restrictions. We need to define these restrictions on the position or a job. Then after, we'll also talk about differentiating staffing models, like what is the key difference between position management and job management? What is possible in position management? What is not possible? What is possible in job management? What is not possible? For which clients position management or job management is suitable? We will discuss all those. Okay. Then after I'll come with a case study here. Post that. So which means I will present a document. It's a kind of a real-time requirement. I expect you guys will propose which staffing model is suitable for the client. It's a kind of a real-time requirement. We all will go to the requirement and propose the right staffing model for the client. Okay. So that we'll go through that. in the case study. Then after, we'll quickly have a Q&A session, and then we'll move on to jobs and position. So jobs and position is associated to staffing model. We can say a subchapter also. In Workday, job profiles, job families, job family groups. There are three object streams: job profile, job family, job family group. Okay? In Workday, job profile play a key role, and it is mandatory. It is mandatory for position. Why? Because it holds additional positions information. Like what is the job level of this position? What is the management level? Is this position exempt or non-exempt? Is this position required only in one country? Can I restrict that? Is this position is pay rate type is hourly or salary? What is the budget assigned to this position? You can define all this data in the job profile and assign the job profile to a position so that you are able to hire an employee. So that you are able to hire an employee. Okay? Right. Then after, job families and job family groups are optional, friends. Even if you refer the book, that's what you can see. But it's highly recommended to create families and family group. What is job family? Grouping multiple job profiles into one job family. It can be based on the management level. For example, grouping all executive employees into executive management job family, grouping management employees into management job family, grouping non-management employees into non-management job family. Why do we need to group? For instance, if you want to create any eligibility rules, all non-management employees are eligible for meal allowance. With the help of this job family, you can grant the eligibility rule. You can create that eligibility rule. Or you can also create eligibility rules based on the nature of the jobs, like grouping all HR department people into one job family, finance people into one job family, sales people into one job family called sales, something like that. Okay, so like that we can create. Family groups is a one level above the job family, global job family. So we'll learn how to create on these groupings as well. Then after, how to create positions on jobs. For example, as I said, hiring restrictions, you can create positions. Not only creating positions, we also need to learn how to freeze, unfreeze, close position. For example, a manager forecasted how many positions they need. They need three positions. Let's say assume they need three positions. Okay. Manager, sales, manager, IT, manager, procurement. The manager told us to create three positions we created. Later, the manager mentioned, we don't have budget to hire an employee into manager procurement until next quarter. Due to budget limitation, we don't want this position. What you can do is freeze the position. Freeze the position means temporarily you're marking this position not available for hire. Temporarily, you're marking this position not available for hire. Whenever the budget is released, whenever the budget is released, unfreeze the position. Means now the position is available for hire. To make it simple, temporarily you're marking the position not available for hire. Take the same example another way. What if the client said permanently they don't need this position? You don't have delete option in order to track the history. Alternatively, what you can do is close this position. If you don't want the position, close the position permanently. But ensure while closing, the position must be idle. Should not be any employee in this position. This is also we can perform in the position management and job management. Okay. Then after, we'll move on to the important module called compensation. Here again, we'll have an overview like what is compensation dependency module Like recruitment has dependence on the compensation, payroll has dependence on the compensation, performance has dependence on the compensation, benefit model has dependence on the compensation. We'll have an overview, like what are the models we have dependency on the compensation, what are the types of compensations we have, and compensation specific business processes we'll discuss first. And then we'll move on to the compensation components. Okay, grade is also a component, it's not a separate one. What is meant by compensation components? It's a set of tasks based on the client needs we will create. An example, compensation grades, grade profiles, salary plan, allowance plans, amount based allowance, percentage based allowance, unit based allowance, and period salary plan, one time payment plan, commission plan, compensation element group, etc. etc. There are 16 types of compensation components we have for different types of client needs. So you learn all these components here. Then after compensation segmentation security. For example, you got a request from the recruitment team. They told you to create a compensation plan called referral bonus. And they said the plan should be available only for the recruiters. Should not be available for managers or compensation partner. Only the recruitment team can view the plan, can assign the plan to employees. So what we can do, you can restrict the plan can be accessible only to the recruitment team. That we can achieve with the help of segmentation security. Okay? Only one group of people can access. Then after compensation rules, compensation eligibility rules. For instance, you have three group of people. Any organization you see, they have three group of people, right? Executives, management employees, non-management employees. Okay? Any organization you take, executives, high level, management employees, non-management employees. You got a request. What is that? Create a car allowance. Create a car allowance similar to this. Create a car allowance only for executive employees are eligible and $2,000 per month, which means in your organization, you have executives, you have management employees, you have non-management employees. But this car allowance is eligible only for the executive employees. Management, non-management employees not eligible. How do you restrict it? With the help of this compensation eligibility rules, we can achieve that. Identify the right employee for the right compensation. If the employee is executive, plan is available to assign. If employee not executive, plan no longer available to assign. Okay? Like that. Thereafter, compensation reports. You can also call it as audit reports. You can call it as audit reports. 200 plus reports Workday has been delivered, friends, for different reasons. Can be business decisions. It can be to check whether you have configured everything Workday correctly or not. For example, any plans, any eligibility rules, any compensation grades, grade profiles you configured in compensation. Before you proceed to confirm to the client, what is the evidence for you? Everything you have configured correctly and everything is working as expected and there are no errors. You can run a certain audit reports. It will tell you if something went wrong, it will clearly tell you where it went wrong, what it went wrong, how to resolve those errors with the help of reports. Those reports we can run. Okay. So then after we'll move on to the business process called workflow. Okay, workflows. So here first we'll have overview, like what are the different types of business process we have, 360 plus BPs we have in Workday. Depends on the client needs, we can enable those business processes or copy those business processes. How to access the list of business processes, the navigation, what report we need to run to ensure that what are the BPs has been incorporated in the scope or copy to a supervised organization. First, we'll have overview. And then after, we'll talk about the business process framework. Okay. So in this business process framework, how to add a sub process, how to include a sub process, how to make a step optional, what are the different types of actions we have, and how to allow more than one person to approve a task, a process. Okay, how to mark step as completion. So these are all part of framework. We'll discuss all those options. Then after, business process configuration options, which includes action, approval, consolidated approval, approval chain, consolidated approval chain, review documents, to do, service, complete questionnaire, and 8 additional data, etc. Okay. So we have 13 plus configuration options we have in Workday. We have to learn all these options. Depends on the client needs. We need to configure our business process. And this is also helpful for interview. It's expected interview questions, especially on the BP and compensation. Then after, we'll also talk about business process functionality, how the business process works, how it will kick in the sub processes in a sequential order. And then after, we'll also talk about advanced business process configuration options, which includes create condition, maintain step condition, how to configure help text, conditional help text, how to maintain a defined step delay, okay, how to configure notification, custom-based system notification and conditional notifications, how to configure routing restrictions, how to configure consolidated approval, all the attributes we'll call it as, advanced business process configuration options we will discuss. Okay. Then we'll perform one round of testing to ensure a business process configuration is working as expected. And then we'll move on to transactions in Workday. So far, what you did is set up organizations, positions, roles and responsibilities, jobs, compensation, everything you defined. Then after, you're going to hire an employee here. For this, how to create a pre-hire data, applicant data, candidate or aspirant data, and how to hire an employee successfully. What are the reports we need to run in order to make a successful hire? Okay, we are going to learn all this. And then after staffing movements, you can also alternately call it a job change, like promotion, transfer, demotions. Okay, all these are part of change of or staffing movements. For example, you're promoting an employee friend. Employee position may be changed. Employee reporting manager will change. Organizations like call center company may be changed. Work location will change. Positions will be changed. You need to configure all these impacted objects in the change of process. Then after, we'll also talk about termination package, which includes voluntary, involuntary termination categories and reasons, local specific termination reasons, notice period eligibility rules, defining and maintaining the notice period for country, and how to initiate a successful termination, when the termination record will be active in the system, post termination challenges, how to process a lump sum payment or a severance payment for a terminated employee on certain conditions. For example, if an employee terminated with voluntary reason, then only eligible for lump sum payout. If the employee terminated with involuntary reason, the employee not eligible for lump sum payout. So how to configure that? And if you separate an employee, terminate an employee, inform the payroll team so they will prepare for F&F on specific date, full and final settlement. How to inform the payroll team to automated notifications. How to ensure if an employee terminated with a involuntary reason due to security breach or not up to in the performance, not met the objectives of the organization, you don't want to hire the employee in future, rehire. How to restrict that? Will we learn that also part of termination package. Thereafter, request compensation changes, like ad hoc compensation changes you want to do, and change your profile. If you want to change any job profiles, change the position data, we will explore those. Then after core HCM, we will also learn security groups. In Workday, you have two types of security groups are available, friends, broadly classified into two types. Domain-based security groups. Okay. One is domain-based security groups. Another one is business process security policies. What is the difference? For example, a manager is not allowed to view the reportees or subordinates' date of birth. A manager not allowed to view reportees or subordinates' date of birth. So I want to hide the date of birth field from the managers. Whereas HR administrator can view date of birth, can edit and modify the date of birth. You see here, one person you are not allowing to view, another person you are allowing to view and modify. This we can achieve with the help of domain security policies. And and sorry, and not only this date of birth, etc., guys, 33,000 plus domains, not 33, not 3,300, 33,000 plus domains you have. In Workday, you have a great control. If you don't want to anyone, if you don't want anyone to hide certain data, you can hide it. Then business process security policies. For example, I have raised a leave request. 3 days I requested a leave. Now it went to my manager's approval. My manager can approve my leave, can deny my leave, can send the request back to me saying that Kiran, I can't approve due to tight timelines of the project or year-end activities. I can approve only 2 days. If you see here, manager approve the leave, cancel the leave, or deny the leave, or send the request back. These are called policies. Who can approve, who can cancel, who can deny, who can send the request back. This we can achieve with the help of business process security policies. We will learn those. And then after different types of security group types, configurable security, security functional areas, secureable items to call the task and reports from grant access, different types of security policies, as I mentioned, 33,000 domain policies we have. We'll have a quick overview on those. And also how to create a new security groups and grant permissions, role-based, user-based, and customer service center representative security we will discuss. So this is about a Workday Core HR we are going to be learn. Any questions so far before we move on to integrations? Let me also help you the logistics, how we are going to help you in the training. Just a second. For each chapter, we'll come up with a real-time requirement, friends. We'll go with a three-step process. For example, take our first chapter called organizations. In the sequential, it is three, but actually the first chapter, this is all overview. For instance, we are learning supervisor organization. How we will learn? First, we'll try to understand what is supervisor organization, what is the definition, what is unique characteristics, why supervisor organization is unique, and then I'll come up with a real-time requirement, a document kind of this. So we all will go through this real-time requirement, understand the requirement, and start configuring the data in the Workday environment. Post configuration, we will perform certain testing to ensure your configuration is excellent and correct with zero errors, or troubleshoot if there are errors. That's how we are going to be learn. Okay. Apart from that, we will also provide you regular session recordings Within 1 hour, the recording will be loaded and shared with you to the Google Cloud. And we'll also provide Workday material, class notes, interview questions, practice documents. For example, if I complete one chapter, I will give you a real-time requirement. I expect you will configure the data in the tenant. It's a kind of a project. For each chapter, that's how I'm going to give a requirement document. You have multiple practice documents. Okay. Additionally, we are giving for each chapter one practice document. Okay. So, but how does it work is if you don't configure one chapter and you're moving another chapter, things doesn't work. In a sequential order, you need to configure that. For each chapter, we'll give the real-time requirement. Apart from that, as I said, interview question, 150 interview questions we will give. And first, we'll give without any answers. Expectations, you need to explore our recordings, our documents in the tenant for the answer. And I can give you answers also, but problem is it might be a one-word answers for you. So that is not recommended during interview. You need to explain the navigation, prerequisites, post configurations, what reports you will run, something like that. What data you need, that's very important. So that's the reason first I'll give without answers. Then I will give with answers. Then once we complete 3 chapters, for example, 3 chapters we completed, I will come up with 30 questions without answers. So we all will go through these questions. I expect you will give the answer. If you don't, I will give the answer. This will help us to recollect what we discussed in last 3 sessions before we're moving on to the new topic or a fourth chapter. That's how we'll go. Okay. And post completion, once we complete the transactions, before we're moving on to security, I will come up with a project we're all wanting. Okay. We're all wanting. It can be a 4 hours project. 2 hours, 2 hours will split. I will present the document to you. You need to design the solution. I'm here if you have any questions. It will help you to coordinate and collaborate along with your friends, design the solution, configure in the tenant. I am there to help you if any assumptions, if any missing data are required. And post configuration, I will validate also. Apart from that, the one huge project I will give it to you. I expect either a team or an individual, you guys can do a practice that includes from chapter here to till here. Okay. So that's another project we will give you. That's a massive project. A week it may take you to configure. So that's the logistics we are going to provide, friends. Apart from that, you may have questions. Kiran, do we need any coding? Coding is not required to learn this. That's why the Workday is one of the very, very enhanced ERP tool. It's like a drag and drop functionality. Everything is pre-configured. A simple logical thinking is required, but coding is not required to learn the Workday. Okay? Even if a non-IT person can learn Workday. Okay? Anyone have any other questions I can help you?
So
Don't
do
hesitate.
we learn Workday Studio as well?
So definitely, sir. That's I'm gonna highlight here during my integration walkthrough. So see, integrations are again divided into 2 types, sir. Okay, core integrations, which includes reports, EIBs, and co-connectors. Advanced integrations, which includes payroll, pickoff, studio. So we will also help you on a walkthrough or a overview of how this studio integration look and feel. But intent, if anyone would like to learn, that's a 15 hours session, sir. But we will help you. What are the studio components we have? How to download the studio? How to integrate the studio application with the tenant? How to call the reports into the studio and deploy the reports and integrations? We will discuss that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also you learn how to deploy the changes, how to deploy, how it is reflect. All those things
Definitely.
process also.
Of course,
Ideally
sir.
good.
Definitely. We're going to talk about migration tools, like what are the migration tools we have? Cloud Cloud Loader, EIBs, and Aux 2.0. Okay, so what are the different types of tools we have? How we will use this tool to migrate the data from one tenant to the another tenant also, we are going to learn. So, but challenge is, see, some tools like Cloud Loader or Advanced Loader, even Object Transporter, which requires customer central, a real-time tenant it is. But we are demonstrating in the practice tenant. We will give you an overview how the tools looks and works, how to create a configuration package, how to select the migrated objects, how to remove the objects if required, how to initiate, everything we want to discuss as part of the session. Yeah,
So after this course, I have a question.
please.
So what if someone wants to learn more in depth about integration or report building or security? Do you guys provide training for that as well?
Thank you for bringing that question, sir. Certainly. So reporting, definitely we're going to do a deep dive. So here we're going to learn the reporting, which includes simple, advanced report and matrix report. And not only the Workday delivered fields, right? There are 30 plus fields, 30,000 plus fields we have. Apart from that, we're also going to be learn these calculated fields, which I'm showing on the screen. If any of the delivered fields are not meet the requirement, then we need to build these logics or calculated fields to get the data into the report. So reporting, definitely we're going to do a deep dive. Okay. And then cal fields, of course, yes, the entire list I'm presenting on the screen, we're going to learn each and every cal field. And each calculated field will come with a scenario to explain. Okay, sir. Coming to integrations. Are we doing a deep dive in integration? Of course, yes. We are going to learn an inbound EIBs and outbound EIBs in detail. So what are the web services, different types of web services we have, how to design the EIB, what is the architecture, how to do a mass data load changes into Workday by using an inbound EIB, or if you want to send a report, or if you want to send a web service to the third-party vendor or a system, how to build those integrations, we will discuss that also. And also we're going to discuss about core connector, a little advanced tool. So here we're going to learn what are the cloud connector architecture, what are the different types of web services we can use, get or put the data, inbound and outbound connectors, what are the different types of connectors we have, what are the different types of business objects we have. We are going to do a deep dive here. So in fact, we're going to build from the scratch, run the integration, generate the document, put the document in the SFTP, and how to get the document from the SFTP, the sequence of process, encryption of the files, may define the retention policy, everything we're going to discuss. What we are not doing deep dive is these are advanced ones. Because right, each tool it takes 15 to 20 hours. These are called advanced integrations. The high level we will give you a walkthrough. If anyone still would like to upskill in the integrations more, like payroll related integrations, you guys can explore this.
Got it. And if anyone wants to, deep dive into security side, so you guys
Security,
provide that.
right, sir. See, each chapter is a version, right? So what we do in the security, first fundamentals. What is security? What is business process security policy? What is domain security policy? How to access them? How to modify them? Who can modify? If you learn one domain, sir, 33,000 domains you are able to learn. Because the pattern process remains same. If you ask me, hey Kiran, 33,000 domains I'm gonna change. In the real world, no one will be changed, but we are going to help you. Like we will take few domains, we'll take few scenarios, how to hide the data, how to allow the other people to view the data, how to allow the other people not to edit the data. Different examples we will take. And of course, we are creating a custom security groups, a role-based security group, organization membership, customer center representative, how to grant access for the memberships, how to assign a user-based security group. Okay, we're gonna learn in that way, sir.
And last but not least, sir, how much time period does it takes for us to complete this
Yeah,
whole course
actually, I'm
from A
waiting
to
for
N?
actually I'm waiting for that question. So thank you for bringing that. So normally, some people prefer to learn Workday Core HR. Some people may prefer to learn integration plus Core HR. So is there everything anyone would like to upskill on payroll benefits also? They must learn Workday Core HR. Overall, to learn Core HR, 24 hours I need. we need 24 hours, but plus I'm excluding here projects. I'm excluding the interview question preparations, right, sir? Only delivering, demonstrating 24 hours we need. Plus or minus 3 to 5 sessions, sir. 30
So
sessions.
is it like 24 hours, what you said, or 24 weeks? Sorry.
24 hours. No, I'm sorry if I'm saying the word week. It's a 24 hours, sir.
Right. So,
24 hours.
see, I understand that core HR is mostly dependent on when is involved on drag and drop. But how about implementation? Does implementation also revolve around drag and drop, or it also when it needs a bit of coding as well?
Sir, implementation, the Workday has well-designed templates we have. Okay. So first thing, you have to do a backend setup. That's exactly what we're going to learn in our core HR. Setting up the processes, setting up the securities, setting up the staffing models, setting up the organizations. What happens in the implementation is phase one, you'll gather the data from the client. Sit with them, ask questions, understand the requirement, capture the data, bring the data, configure. Exactly, it will start here. What we're doing here is a manual configuration. What happens in the implementation is data loads. You are not going to create each and everything sitting on if 1,000 organizations, we are not going to create one after another. You just load the document. Okay? Parent organization will create, under that you'll load it. So the difference is simple, sir. Tools we are not able to access in our practice tenant. That's why I'm going to cover like what are the methods, what are the tools, roles in our implementation methodology session. I will help you there. But I can't show cloud loader, advanced loader practically on this tenant because that requires a different tenant owned by the client called Customer Central. Methods I can explain, documents I can provide. Did I answer your question, sir?
What is the time
Yes.
period of the complete course?
The complete course, on an average, we need 40 hours, sir. 24 hours for core HR, 14 to 16 hours for integrations. But again, plus or minus 5 sessions. Not minus, it's always plus. Yeah. Our target is,
And
I will give an example. Sometimes I'm going through the topic, our friends come with more questions that might impact our time. Okay, anyhow, we'll extend, it's not 1 hour, 30 minutes extra also we are ready to take for clarify the questions. So in that case, it impact our time, it may extend little. But if you think, hey Kiran, we are behind the schedule, I'm happy to take the session during weekends if you guys support. Yeah.
Yeah, if you take 2 hours per day session, then I think it will be good, you know.
Yeah, we'll definitely, sir. So what happens here is once we demonstrate it right, organizer will reach out to you, kindly share your feedback, your availability, what best you think. So we'll consolidate all these details and then we'll move on the timings and everything.
and one last question from me. So,
Please.
one is core HR, another one is implementation you're talking about, and then security and reporting. So, and please make me understand, does they all fall under implementation, even in the security and the reporting as well?
Sorry, your voice is a little juggling. You mean reporting and security also falls under implementation or not? That's the question, right?
Yes, that's right.
Definitely, sir. Security is one of the crucial module.
My
Okay.
question is, where does report lands in? Does it
Ah.
come to integration?
Okay. See, technically saying report itself a different tool, sir. Okay. It doesn't fall into core HR, not it doesn't fall into integration. But now what happened is in core Workday, if anyone learn okay, in Workday methodology, I will tell you. If anyone learning core HR directly from Workday, they will give you principles of reporting, how the reporting looks and works. That's it, no build and all. If anyone learning integrations, Workday will give you just a few words about reporting, how to build report, how to run report, how to share the report. Report itself a tool, sir. Okay, it's a different tool. It doesn't fall into core, it doesn't fall into integrations. Only basic level initially Workday will cover that. Itself a tool, separate tool it is.
So
Integration
let's
required. Yeah.
So do we have a separate session for reporting as well? Is there an option where we can learn reporting as well?
We are going to cover that. So you see, After completion of our functional, we'll give the projects, we'll work as a team. Post completion, we'll start integration and start from the reporting itself. Because the report what are here we are creating, I'll call the report in its integrations. Share the report to the vendors. So we have a dependency here. So we'll learn a deep dive in the reportings, like how to get a simple report, how to create advanced report, convert to simple report, advanced report. One of the interesting thing I'll tell you, I mean, Workday simplified the reporting process, means anyone config can create, it does require logic, which data source need to select, which business object need to select, which field we need to select, how to put the logics in the prompt and filters. Those are logics are there. I'm not saying it's pretty easy. But before you land on that piece of work, you need to run Workday standard reports. Who knows your requirement fit there itself? Means Workday already might deliver the report for your requirement. That's always I insist to my clients. Okay, before they're giving a requirement, in order to generate the billing, first I'll go and help them. Existing reports are already delivered by thousands of reports Workday is delivered. Sometimes your requirement may be fit there or partially fit there. Find the report, copy the report, convert the report to the advanced, and you modify according to your requirement. That is also possible. Okay, that simplifies your work and time as well. So we will explore that also. What is the delivered report from Workday? How to identify it based
So
on
you
the
mean to say
chapters.
there are already built-in repository
Yeah,
which you have developed, and if there is depending on client to client, you need to do a little bit of tweaking and then present it based on the
yeah,
logic, correct?
exactly. That's absolutely correct. Workday
Right.
standard reports are of two types of expressor reports and report writer. Expressor report means it doesn't allow you to copy, you need to just run the report. That's all. You cannot share the report with anyone, nor you cannot copy the report output. It's like an audit report for business decision making. Report writer means you can copy the report and convert according to your needs. For example, you want a new hire data, a simple report I'm talking about, and there is an existing report already available, but you want to add more fields for that. You can call the report, means copy the report and enhance it with your custom requirement. So that option also Workday has been provided. Yeah.
What about Workday certifications? What if an individual wants to do some certifications
That's
based on his expertise?
yeah. Thank you for bringing that question again, sir. That's a 2015 before certification is kind of a mandatory. Why? Because that time you can see only the implementation partners we have in the market. KPMG, Deloitte, Accenture, IBM, PwC. PwC is some newly they're into. So that time clients are very few. Now market changed. In my observation, post 2015 or 16, number of clients has been increased. Workday gradually increasing. So what happened? They're developing their own teams. Okay, they're developing their own teams globally in Europe or even North America or even in India or South Asia. Due to that, the certification demand has been reduced. This is one reason. Second reason is expense. Okay, not everyone is ready to sponsor the certification. It may cost somewhere around 150,000, sorry, $1,500 to somewhere it goes to up to $4,000, depends on the course you are learning. So considering all these, the demand of certification has been completely decreased. So why I'm saying this one is kindly don't go with my words. You can go to the LinkedIn or any job portals. Probably you may see certification is preferred, but not mandatory. Skill is required. Okay, sir. Now the market is that's how it landed, sir. It's not mandatory certification. But don't go with my words. Explore the market. Go to the Workday job opportunities. Go to the job description and see what are the expectations. So out of 10, maybe 2 or 3 may ask. And that to consulting companies or boutique consulting company. Clients or even why even don't want to take the names here. Big four companies who are partners, they're taking non-certified people. So
Got it.
yeah. Again, kindly see, it's not like I'm a trainer. I'm I'm encouraging you to join our course. Explore the go to the job portals and see. for
Yeah, but
understanding.
again, let's assume I want to do it, right? So do I have to get any recommendations from an organization just to do the certification, or I can just walk in as an individual by myself and just do the certification?
There are two types of certifications available, sir. One is implementation partner provided certification, or sorry, sponsored certification. Another one is customer sponsored certification. Customer sponsored certification is nothing but pro certification we will call. Implementation partner certification we will call it as implementer. There's a kind of a license a person can implement Workday. Okay, these are the two types. So now when you step into the position with any of the customer, it depends again their budget. Sorry, one more point I want to add. Workday will give some credits. Means, hey, you're utilizing my Workday application. This much you have invested. So take these learnings to your team at free of cost. Not for everyone. Every year they will give some credits. Credits are nothing but certain points. Okay. With that points, you can learn Workday courses on demand. So there might be no trainer, already recorded sessions. You have to go through that and give an exam. A 50 questions, multiple choice questions. Pass it, get the certificate. That is option one. Option two, you join with Accenture, Deloitte, IBM, any of the company. I'm not sure whether they're sponsoring also. If they sponsor, you need to attend a classroom training. Means like me, someone will give the training, exactly what we are learning. Post that, they will conduct certain exams. You need to pass the exam and you will get certified. So these are two types of certifications you have, sir. Any follow-up questions on that?
Sir, what is the hello?
Yeah, please go on, please go on, please go on.
Sir, for 3 to 4 years experience, what is the roadmap and what are the roles and responsibilities?
Thank you. So there are no, I don't say that no, there are very few fresher roles. If anyone are fresher, please think about it. There are only few. Here ourselves, we need to showcase minimum 2 years of experience in Workday. Job demand is good.
Okay.
Increasing. Okay. So everyone said during Corona time, 2020-21, companies are not investing, things will go. I was shocked the number of openings for Workday. The number gradually increasing because Workday bringing more clients into the account. Okay. So here we need to showcase of 2 to 3 years of experience,
Yeah.
sir. So the people who sir have gaps in the career or any non-IT or any people or HR background want to move on to Workday or anyone from different coding backgrounds move on to Workday, it's easy to learn. Only dedication is required. Attend the sessions. Kindly practice what are the documents we are giving. Keep ask questions until you are clear. First, you should be confident like why you're creating the data. That's how if you can learn at the end, it's not easy to crack the job. And another thing in Workday is considering the demand of the Workday jobs. My observation, considering my previous batch and other people, getting into Workday job is easy. I am saying this word easy. I will give a reason. No one have 100% strong in any tool. Okay? Because due to the demand, you cannot keep finding an employee who is strong. One attempt, two attempt, third attempt. No. So companies are in that position, they will take the resource. Getting into the job easy. Sustaining the job, there you need to put all your efforts. You need to put all your efforts over there. Sustaining in that role. Okay? Upskill yourself. Add more modules. Don't sit with one module. Accept the challenges. Learn, practice. Take the help from the community or Workday Ask Expert or case. Whatever the source you're using, you should be in a position to provide the solution. So, yeah.
Okay, how about someone who's got about a considerable experience in tag and talent acquisition group, and then a bit of core HR activities? And I mean, what would be the prospects of someone learning HR and work?
The majority of my friends and all are converted in that way. Okay, non-IT or from general HR or from the talent and acquisition teams. For you
So
guys, it's
would
pretty easy
core
to
HR
learn.
have an edge over talent acquisition group?
Definitely. It deals with from the day one employee joining to till the employee separation, sir. All the transactions we are going to be learn here. Okay. So the whatever you have done in the domain or maybe manual or any other ERP, the same thing here you're going to learn in Workday. For learning wise is
Okay, I
easy.
have
For skill change
I,
also it's easy. Hmm.
I have two questions, and I
Sorry.
would conclude. First thing is, say if I want to only pursue on talent acquisition side, would it be I mean would it give me an option to only continue with talent acquisition rather than learning the whole core HR, or if I have to be a
Ah,
specialist only on talent acquisition side?
got you. So technically you're saying a recruitment module. So any what
Yes.
Workday recommends here is you if you want to learn any module, okay, you learn payroll, benefits, even recruitment, any module. Core HR is the mandatory one you need to learn. Why you need to learn here this module is because here you're going to maintain the employee master data, sir. Okay, I'll give an example. You mentioned like I don't want core HR, I will learn only recruiting because that is my specialty area. Of course, you can learn.
Yes.
Challenge is I will give this scenario. You can see you posted a job requisition in the portal. Without position, are you able to post the job requisition, sir? No, right?
Mm,
You need a position. If you want to create a position, you need a supervisor organization. If you want to create position, you need to learn what are the restrictions. That and when you're posting, you need to know the budget. What are the plans are assigned? Correct. These are all coming
yes.
from core HR. Then only it has a dependency on your recruitment module also. It's not saying by me. Workday recommends any advanced model people would like to learn. First, learn core HR, understand how the data are maintained and managed. Then learn advanced module. Could be recruitment, could be payroll, or benefits or absence, or any.
Got it. Got it. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
This is source, sir. This is a source. Not only for advanced functional module. Even people would like to directly learn integration. For example, I'm a reporting consultant. I have created a report. My report, the report which I'm looking for, recent compensation changes happened to an employee, or last 3 years, no compensation changes happened to employees' data. I created based on my requirement. The data is returning zero. I need to troubleshoot. Is my report have error, or the test employee have itself no compensation data? So to test that, I should go to the worker profile and I can see where I can access the compensation data and the event or a merit, what do you call the merit cycle events, right? To troubleshoot. So that's the reason any integrations people want to know, any advanced modules want to learn, this is important for HR. Yeah,
Great. Thanks a lot. And last one question from my end.
please.
I mean, how are we? I mean, how Workday now? Let's say, if I learn Workday and I get an opportunity and I'm going ahead with the onset of AI in days to come, would this technology become obsolete, or it's trying to gear up itself with the AI enability as well?
Mm, definitely, sir. I think we all explored that. See, Workday is a where they're adopting multiple modules. That's why everyone has to survive. Okay, they're adopting AI. So at this moment, very, very legible. What kind of AI currently Workday have is you copy paste some text, jobs, roles, and responsibilities. Does this has proper grammatic mistakes? Do you want to change the tone? Kind of thing only. They focused on Illumina, that is called Workday Assistant, to simplify certain manual processes. Okay? So, but currently they're working on that. Now, coming back to the question, does it impact our jobs? We are the people technical consultants. It doesn't impact our jobs, according to my analysis. Okay? The Workday Assistant is nothing but a chatbot. For the people operation team, for them, earlier what happened, if I want to promote an employee, I will create a service now ticket. I'll assign to a person. The person will initiate the transaction manually in the system. Now, what Workday solution for that? You just meant type in the chatbot, change job. Immediately prompt whom you want to change a job. This employee ID. Would you like to promote or transfer or demote? Promotion. What is the effective date? Compensation. Enter. So that kind of, I'm not sure whether I'm properly demonstrating. So we have that kind of AI support only at this moment, sir. So this is not going to be impact our jobs in Workday. Okay, it's not going to impact. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
No
One more
worries.
thing, sir.
Sir, please
So,
tell.
are there any separate tools to be incorporated with Workday just to work as in a Workday professional?
Definitely, sir. Integration front, there are a lot, in fact. His functional side, definitely not. For testing, we have certain tools, sir. Okay, like Kynos. Chronos is the time tracking, another ones you can incorporate with that. Connectors Workday has been provided to send the data to the payroll to process. And the prism analytics, the report output you would like to display in pictorial diagrams for easy to understand, like job attritions, etc. Prism one, this is one of the vendor they included, and journeys, then machine learning. These are all back-end their back-end Workday integrated, sir. We no need to learn those tools here. Workday already back-end integrated. Need to learn how to enable the tool, pass the data to the tool, get the data from them. That's all. And mostly it does falls into the reporting and recruitment front. Sorry, sir. Did I confuse you or able to answer your question?
No, it was completely fine.
Yeah,
So, I've
plugins
seen
actually.
it. So,
Yeah,
the reason
plugins
I'm
I can
asking
say.
is because
Hmm.
I've seen a job description saying that, or a job posting saying that you need to know Tableau, you need to know Workday. So, I'm
No,
just
no, 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 no.
confused here.
No, 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 no. Maybe Tableau, there might be an integration. I think it's not something like in Workday, we can bring the data to Tableau. We may send the data from Workday to Tableau through certain integrations for exchanging. That's all.
So, so
Okay.
let's assume I'm working on Workday and I want to create a reporting in Tableau. So I can get the data from Workday to Tableau and create a report, right?
Yeah, that is possible through reporting web services. For that, you can create first a report, send the report out. Here you will create a report, send the report with an inbound AV or proper whatever the integration tool is feasible, because each
Mm.
integration tool has their own limitations. So you need to integrate with Tableau, send the data to the Tableau, and access the data from there.
Got it.
Sometimes, sir, Workday behind the technology or the code is XSLT XML. Some fields may not go into the Tableau. Okay. There, what you need to do, you need to call that report into your studio, right? What are the fields are not accepted by Tableau, you need to modify it with the help of this XSLT and put the report into your Workday, then send the report to through the core connector or the tool to, sorry, even you can file with your studio also to the Tableau. In one line, some fields may not be suitable. You can change the fields with XSLT coding.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Kiran.
Hi, sir.
Actually, I'm from the cybersecurity background, so I want to change my domain from cybersecurity to workday security. So, how this course helped me to what are the
I
job
think
opportunities completely in cybersecurity? I mean, workday security.
I think for you it might be a cakewalk, sir. So are you
Sorry.
writing coding? For you maybe it's a cakewalk.
Okay.
Workday security. Are you writing any codes in your previous technology, cybersecurity, or it's a kind of workflows?
This is not a coding. It is I'm working on the different tools.
Okay, so it's pretty simple, sir. Security is a massive topic in Workday. Okay,
Okay.
so opportunities are good in security front, but what I'm seeing in the market is security plus auditing. It's a good combination,
GRC. You're
right?
saying.
Yeah, GRC, correct. So if this combination, there are very good opportunities, sir. Most of the companies now compliance purpose, they're focusing on the particular module. Who knows Workday security plus GRC or auditing, right?
Okay, so Workday security and GRC modules are available.
It's a process, right? So first, I mean, it's a process, right, sir, when you say the GRC audits and all.
Right, right.
So as a security person who logged into Workday, who is signed up in Workday, other people logged in, another people logged in, how do you restrict them? So we need to do audit, correct, with the help of reports and all.
Yes,
So
sir.
having that additional knowledge is plus, I mean. Yeah.
Okay,
Good
here
opportunities for security also available in the market, sir,
Mm.
but comparatively few opportunities are. If you ask me what model have reporting has more opportunities, or security has more opportunities, I would say reporting has more opportunities than security. Security also has opportunities, but your skill is unique skill. You're
Mm.
already working on the cyber security, plus you're learning Workday security. It's a great weightage. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Kiran.
No worries, sir. Thank you. And friends, if anyone have any questions like you would like to talk personally, kind of career related, or some kind of experience related, kindly reach out to the organizer. And if you want to talk personally, I will be also there in the conference, and I will try my best to clarify your questions. Okay. So one thing I can assure, if you can follow all our sessions, complete all the activities whatever we are given, by end of the training, the techno function will ensure you will be in a position of 2 to 3 years of experience. And we're very good confident the 150 questions. I am there in the interview panel for more than 10 years. So we always add more unique based on the new features Workday is going to add. Those questions also might be helpful for you. The only reason why I'm not giving answers initially is if I give answers, one line answers doesn't help in interviews. Since you're all professionals, you know that. So we need to explain how to navigate, what data you need to configure, prerequisite, etc. In that way, we need to present. That's the reason we'll give without answers. If you guys want personally ask me, Kiran, we need answers, I don't mind. I'm happy to give the answers. Apart from that, we also give you 50 scenarios to just get hands-on on the system along with the projects. Yeah.
Kiran, will you provide the tenant access each and every one?
Of course, sir. Each and every one 24/7, there is no time limitations. Then will be provided.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I said again, certification materials, class notes, practice documents, projects, interview questions, activities for each chapter will also be shared with you all. And anytime when you do practice and you run into an error, you need my help, I'm happy to spend additional time if required to help you out, unless if I don't have any evening office calls. Okay? Any other questions I can help you with?
What are the class timings? Most probably like after 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. or morning sections, mostly.
Sir, the information from the organizer, what I have is a evening session, but please let him know what is you feel, what is best for you. Okay.
Mm.
So majority will take majority of the decisions and then we'll fix one session time. So
Okay.
say 7 p.m. or 7:30 or 8 p.m. So I'm flexible. Post this demo, organizer share this recording. He will reach out to you. Kindly share your feedback. Any improvements, please tell us. We're happy to improve ourselves. And I'm in this training from 2013 onwards. Multiple sessions we have delivered. So you can trust me on that part. Yeah, organizer will reach out to you. You can ask questions about timings and all. You can, I mean, he will tell the timings, but if you think that doesn't work, you tell what timing is best for you. Maximum, we'll put everything in the Excel, we'll go with majority. Okay, sir?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Then thank you so much. If anyone have any questions or you think you want to talk to individual to one-to-one, don't hesitate. Give a call to the organizer. He will take me to the conference call. We are with you. We will discuss. And also, friends, one thing I can tell is getting into Workday job is easy. Sustaining in Workday job is in your hands. How challenging things you are accepting, how much you are upskilling yourself. Okay, that's completely based on that will be. At the same time, kindly go to the job descriptions to know whatever I said, correlate with the job description. So you'll get a complete picture.
So we will cover everything like that. Workday, if I apply for Workday consultant, so we will cover that in our training, everything to crack the job interviews.
Sir, would you mind, could you repeat the question, please?
I am saying if I apply for Workday consultant job in LinkedIn, is our training will cover all those consultant
Yeah.
related, all those question, interview question, all those things we will cover. Or
Yes. We will cover,
okay,
sir. We will cover that.
everything
So,
will cover.
see, definitely at the end, what I want is everyone is comfortable on that learning side. So I will take care of your projects. We'll do a group project. We are all as form as a team together, help each one together, coordinate. This will give you confidence, okay, to build an end-to-end project. To make it simple, from the chapter one to till here, okay, I'll come with a requirement, we'll do. Apart from that, I'll give one more project. I will ask you whether you guys want to divide into two teams or you want to work an individual. It depends based on the majority of the people. We'll give that project also to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Kiran.
Hi, ma'am.
Yeah. As you said, you'll provide like in study materials, right? So the
Yes, ma'am.
study materials is included like in detail one, like in step by step process, or it's in basic understanding for each
Sure.
module.
So there are two types of documents, ma'am. For
Okay.
example, I will come up with my class notes. It's a simple, generic, straightforward. Let me pull out the document.
Okay.
For example, the two types of documents we are going to be provide. One is a simple, quick document. Maybe whenever you're going through an interviews, it might be helpful. Something like this. This is I will call it as session notes. Sorry, let me share my screen. Something like this I'll come with for each topic, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
So
This is
here,
basic, like generic, as you said.
generic and most advanced key points I'll incorporate here. Handy document. When you go to the another document is called Workday material, ma'am, given by Workday itself. It has end-to-end data. Okay. So for example, here this document help you what is supervisor organization, why supervisor organization unique, what data we need supervisor organization, what is the prerequisite for supervisor organization. That's all. Definition, key
Okay.
characteristics,
Mhm.
prerequisite, next step. That's all. But step by step also we have how to create supervisor organization, what task you need to enter in the search box, what data you need to enter, what effective data you need to enter, post enter, select this, submit OK. Kind of document also we have. Both are available. Whichever you feel is easy for you, then you can go with that. Both are providing. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other question, friends? I can help you. Okay. Sorry. Any questions? Yeah. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time. And if anyone have any question, don't hesitate, guys. You can give the call to the organizer. We will help you out. Okay. Right. And one last disclaimer. Some of you people will say, I said already certification has a very minimal importance now in the market. Skill is the important. Okay, even I am the part of panel. We will see how the person is doing. But in the market, what happening is to take this advantage. Some people are asking, you give money, we will get you certified. I know some XYZ and all, taking a hefty amount and then they're not responding. If you're going through such things, please check the entire details and proceed. We heard from a few batches, so they're going through such things. Okay. Remember, certification can be done only by authorized partner. When I say authorized here, again, sorry, taking the step back. Not authorized. Implementation partner, Accenture, IBM, KPMG, or a client who is utilizing Workday system. Only those two people only authorized. If any third party person is coming and asking money, I will get you certified. Don't trust that person. Okay? Yeah. Thank you guys for your valuable time. Have a good day and good night. And thank you so much for patiently listening all this. Let's connect in our regular sessions. And as I promised, I will do my best in the training. Thank you.
అవునా
Thank you.
ఇందాక ఎవరిని
Thanks, everyone.
తీసుకెళ్ళాను ఇందాక ఎవరిని తీసుకెళ్ళా
Thank you, Kiran. Thank you for your
Thank
valuable
you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.